Hi, my name is Kate. I'm also known as Two Little Kits on the internet. Welcome to my 10th FlossTube? I think it's 10. I should check that. Today I have lots of things to show you. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, I do have finished pieces. That's awesome that I can show you. I've got one thing that I want to touch on, and I'll probably think of other things that I want to talk about as I'm talking. So let's get started. So to begin with, I am trialing this. I have a little fancy microphone. I am hoping that the sound quality isn't as bad as I'm worried about. I have done a bunch of testing, so fingers crossed, but apologies if I sound really strange this fortnight. But anyway, I'm going to dive right into works in progress because I've got so much to show you. First of all, I have my Satsuma Street Pretty Little Sydney piece. I've done a lot of green. I had to skip a green. I had to skip a green because I couldn't find where the green was. So there's like a dark emerald kind of color that I still have yet to do, but I've been working on, you can see that I'm halfway through the ocean here. I've been working on this pretty teal color a fair bit. Actually, shortly after I filmed my last FlossTube. So it has been a little while since I've touched it again, but now that it's starting to get hints of blue, I'm like super excited about how it's turning out. So that's coming along nicely. I still have yet to fix the sun. There's one stitch missing in the sun, which you probably can't tell where it is, or hopefully you can't tell. But you know, you're likely stitches, so you'll probably figure it out. So yeah, I'm still enjoying this. This is my for me piece, for those of you who are new. So this is kind of happening when I feel like doing some stitching, something that's easy, because this is really easy to do. There's zero back stitching and zero difficulty. It's just all cross stitching. So when I feel like stitching but not something complicated or high pressure, then I work on this. So I'm enjoying that, and that's coming along nicely. The next thing is the start of a piece. I think I started this shortly after my last FlossTube. This is a gift piece for a gift exchange that I'm part of, and it's not really a lot to look at right now, but it's coming along. The pattern is a Christmas pattern from Fuzzy Fox Designs. I think that's correct. But she makes gorgeous, adorable patterns, and I've been wanting to get any excuse to get one of her patterns. So yeah, I am also enjoying this. This is so far really easy to stitch up. It's really simple color changes, so it's not a lot of brain power. It's not requiring me to really focus right now. Once I get to all the back stitching, then I'll have to pay attention a bit more. But so that's coming along nicely. It is going to be a koala, just for anyone who can't tell, but I will make sure to share the finished result, likely in my next FlossTube, I hope, or probably the one after. It's got to be done. Well, not got to be, but I want to get it done. Sorry, I've got an itchy ankle. I want to get it done well before Christmas, and I guess we're halfway through November now, aren't we? Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I'm recording this on Monday because this weekend was insane. I tried so hard to record this yesterday, so on Sunday, and our dog is just, he's being a jerk basically, and the kids were being jerks to each other, and my hair was looking really terrible. So I'm just like, I just said to my husband, look, forget it. I appreciate that you'll give me the hour that I need to record, but The next work in progress, I again really hoping that the person who's going to receive it doesn't watch these. I haven't done a lot of work on this piece since I last showed you, but I'm sure I've done something. This is a family portrait that I've been doing. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to frame this. I was hoping to put it in an oval frame, but I cut the fabric a bit too tight. I'm not sure it's going to fit in that, so I'm thinking I'm just going to actually mount it on a board and send it that way. But I am loving Mum's hair. I am super pleased with Dad's beard. I need to just finish off the hair of this boy and this boy, and then do detailing. And then that one's done. So that one I ought to have done before the next FlossTube. So that's good. The last work in progress stuff that I have is my ornaments. And of course, I have finished all of the people. All I have left to do is the decorations, which I have been powering through, which is awesome. I finished stitching everyone's hair my last stream. So if you watched that, then thanks for watching. I have two that I've finished the decorations, but they're not finished because they're not in the hoop yet. So I've got this one, which is my mom and her husband and their cat and dog. The back is insane for me. This is just crazy. I don't have a messy back like that usually, but I was not going to cut off all the floss each time I changed color, so it is what it is. But yeah, that one's done, and the other one that is in the same like completion is this one here, which is a customer of mine. That one I finished on stream, and I'm still trying to figure out if I'm going to add more of the little berries to it, and if I do want to add more, where I'm going to add them. It's just looking very green, so I will probably add something. I'll figure it out. I always figure it out. The other pieces that are waiting for decorations is this one. This one's my brother. My brother and I don't look anything alike. He's got so much hair and I have not a lot. There's this one, which is a ponytail, if you can't tell. Hopefully you can tell. Doing people with their hair like pulled up in a ponytail at the back is really, really hard to make them not look just bald. Just putting that out there. This one, which I love her hair. I love how it's come out. She's got, hopefully you can tell in this light, she has purple streaks in her hair. This one, which I'm super pleased with Mum's hair. There's a loose thread on the back, don't mind me. So that one's really, I'm really pleased with. This is a little baby chicken, and this, if you can tell, is all fuzzy on top. Fuzzy, fuzzy. Same with the Santa hat. They're both done with turkey work. This one, which I've done little bullion stitches for Mum's mum bun. And this one, which is for my grandpa. So this is my grandma and grandpa, and then my mum and her siblings. And that's what they would look like if everyone was still with us this year. So this one I'm very pleased with, especially my grandpa's hair. Like, I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. I had to get colors on the fly in the evening because this was the last head of hair I did on stream, and I didn't have the because it actually fades. He has like his sideburns sort of graying. So the brown on top, I had to actually create that color while at night. And I'm really happy with the colors that I picked. So, what's up, Archie? I gave my dog a Kong filled with frozen yogurt. And now he's trying to fall asleep, I think. He's very tired. The girls wear him out before they go to school in the morning. So if you hear little whinges, that's just him. Anyway, that's all of the... You're a weird dog. Anyway, that's all of the ornaments that are still being completed. So to move on to my finished products, which is the ornaments that I have completed, I have 5 done so far. This is the first one I completed. And I love how their puppies come out. And everyone I've shown loves how Mum's hair looks. So that one I'm pleased with. I'm pleased with all of them, I'll be honest. There's this one. They're 2 little pups. And I love this ornament. This is a wagon wheel with a gap in the middle, so all the spokes don't meet up. What's the matter, Archie? Anyway, so that's that one. And the backs, sorry, I meant to show the backs. So that's the back of the first one. And they've got all little tags to hang them up, so they can hang on a tree if they choose to do so. And that's the back of the second one. That's the back of the second one. Then there's 3 smaller ones. There's this one, which again has a little hanger, and it's got, I doubt you can tell, but it's got really sparkly thread around one of the circles. And that's the back of that one. This one, which I am super pleased with how it turned out, because I've never seen anyone do tinsel as a border. So that's got, I'll just hide my face so the camera doesn't focus on me. So that's got turkey work with using a Tolly thread from DMC. And yeah, like just regular green floss to show foliage. That one took quite a while to do, but I think it was worth it. I will likely do one more using this style, one of the other works in progress. But yeah, it was a little bit more time consuming, but I think it's really cool, and it's definitely worth having as an example for next year. But I will probably add like $5 to that one if people want that option. And that's the back of that one. And then the last one that I've done is this one, which just has blue, pink and purple fairy lights as little cross stitches this time. So I did little lazy daisies for this one for bigger style fairy lights, and then this one just has little cross stitches. So I'm using this year to experiment and trial a bunch of border decorations, and that's the back. So this one I actually cut the fabric, or I positioned it wrong, I can't remember. So it's really close, the Ada is really close to the bottom of the hoop, but using the fabric at the back, I've like just tried to mimic the same length around the edge, and I mean it's not ideal, but I think it works. So that's the 5 that I have done. He just wants to get all of the frozen yogurt. The one thing that I want to talk about that I've brought up a couple of times is stitch-alongs. So I've had a couple of chances for people to ask me questions through Instagram stories, and I've had a few people ask, when's the next stitch-along, or when's the next class, or however people have phrased it. I know that I talked about doing a winter stitch-along, and I have every intent of doing it as a stitch-along. However, it is now mid-November, It does take me a little bit of time to digitize the pattern, to stitch the pattern so that I have an example to show everybody as, you know, posts on Instagram, for example. And I don't feel like I have enough time to complete all of that and produce a finished pattern that I'm happy with in time for the start of December. So my plan is to hold a stitch along once my kids go back to school in January. So it's like the second week of January, I think. That way I don't have them running around trying to help and corral the dog at the same time, because he doesn't really listen when they're here, and they don't listen to my requests to let him sleep when he's asleep. So yeah, my plan at the moment is to do the winter stitch along that I have designed in the second week of January-ish. So it's not a Christmas themed stitch along, to be clear. It is a winter stitch along because it's a companion piece to the summer stitch along that I did back in June. So that's why I'm not too upset about not having it ready for the start of December. I don't know why I've got it like in my head that I gotta do a stitch along at the very start of a month. So I could theoretically have it for mid-December before my kids go on winter break. I guess I'm trying to be a bit realistic about all of the works in progress that I have, and the fact that Christmas is a thing and I have 2 kids and all of these extraneous circumstances. I also have, as you've probably seen on my Instagram, I broke my toe on Halloween, and that has definitely made things a lot more difficult just in general. It makes things harder to do, harder to get to, harder to everything, and that kind of compounds my time that I have available. Just like, for example, walking up the stairs. It takes me quite a lot longer to do that. And I lose just those, you know, extra precious few seconds that I could be doing something else. Anyway, I'm rambling. Stitch along will happen. Just stay tuned, basically. Oh, I have another work in progress, but it's a digital pattern. It's almost done. My customer is being super patient, so I really appreciate that. It's a house portrait, a cross-stitch portrait, sorry, that they want to stitch themselves. So that's awesome. I had like a major mental roadblock. The dog is helping. Get out of there. I had a major mental roadblock about how to get it completed, and I think I've gotten over that hurdle this weekend, so that's awesome. That's exciting. I'm hoping to get that done really soon. I'll be able to show you guys what it looks like in the next FlossTube, so stay tuned for that. But that's kind of everything that I want to talk about. I've just been racking my brain trying to think of anything else that I need to bring up, and I can't think of anything. Yeah, I got some haul. It's just a couple of things of fabric, not like super exciting fabric, and some floss. I got a new jar for my next year's Ort jar. So this is this year's Ort jar, which is full, but I can like squish it down, and I actually have so much floss in my car. I've posted about this on Instagram. I think it was a reel that I always have scrap bits of floss in my car because I stitch a lot while I'm waiting for kids. So there's still room to put more in, and there will be a lot more put in. But yeah, this is this year's Ort jar, and I have another one that's exactly this size for next year. So I'm ready for next year. I'm still deciding whether I want to make Christmas ornaments out of all of my Ort jars. I don't think I want to. I've got 2 of them up here on this shelf that's above me. I have seemed to have lost 2018's one, so I'm a bit sad about that. It'll be somewhere, but I don't know where it is. It's been put in a safe place, one of those deadly safe places during one of our moves. So I will eventually find it, I hope. But anyway, so I've got next year's Ort jar. I've got, some new floss and, like I said, a couple of things of some fabric that is just like a toast color and a nice blue color that I don't have on me right now. So, but yeah, I have gotten, like, I have bought other bits and pieces. I got some more Christmas random decorations for photos. Eventually you'll see all my ornaments. I'm waiting until December to post all of these on social media. I don't know why, I just decided. And when it's one of these kind of decided things, I always am stubborn about it. So once it's December, I'll start posting ornament pictures, and you'll see all the little kitsy kind of decoration things that I have. I'm trying to up my game a little bit when it comes to portrait and finished piece photos. But anyway, so that's everything. Thanks so much for watching. If you've got any questions, please. Thanks, Archie. Maybe he has a question. If you have any questions, though, post in the comments down below or hit me up. Oh, you want to come up? Here's the puppy. He's getting so big. Oh, hello, puppy. He's so big now. Oh, you're covering my microphone, buddy. What are you doing? Hello. Where are you going? He never wants to do this. Hi, puppy. Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa, whoa. Don't do that. Okay. Say bye-bye. Anyway. Oh, you just stood on my toe. You need more of a nap. Don't ya? Anyway, I need to go and do some playing with him outside, I think. All right, I think he must have a question. But if you have a question, like I said, write a comment down below. I think you can see his little face at the bottom there. He's on my table. Or hit me up on Instagram. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe and do all those awesome things that help the algorithm. I really appreciate everyone who shares and comments and likes and all of that. I don't get a lot, so yeah, everyone that I do get, I appreciate. Okay, so this dog is getting crazy. I'm gonna wrap it up there. Thanks, Archie. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.